feels like the full Dookie Super Saiyan Goku.
And I want to learn more, and more, and more!
Oh yeah, it's the champ. Let's go!
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Plastic Power Podcast. This is Starblast Studios alongside Daredevil 19, alongside Luffy right next to him, as well as Champ Animations. How you guys doing this fine evening?
I'm good. How
It's
are
raining.
you? It's raining.
It's raining. Wow. Yes.
Yeah.
It's the afternoon for me, but it's evening for you guys. But who knows what time it'll be when this episode goes up on YouTube. Anyways, today we're going to be talking about some new One Piece information that has come out as of late for the... So go ahead. You know what, Champ? I think that you would be the best person to start because this was your topic of recommendation.
Oh god. Oh, you're putting me on the spot, boy. You're putting me on the spot. Oh, I didn't prepare for this. Oh. But no, yeah,
Suffer.
so
You say suffer?
Yes.
but no, basically this is going to be a One Piece episode. We're going to be talking about the One Piece. Yes. Honestly, I want to talk about season 2. We know that's in production right now. We saw, I know, what was it? Emily,
Right.
she, yeah, Emily Rudd. I almost said Emily Blunt, but we know she had a TikTok she posted of it looked like a little bit behind the scenes of with her and Anaki. Looks like he has like a new costume, like some new. He still got the red vest, but I didn't want to talk about that. What I want to talk about is that I think it was a couple of weeks ago that Netflix announced what arcs they're going to have in season 2 for the Alabasta arc, and it seems like it's going to be split up into like 2 seasons. So season 2 is going to be the journey up to Alabasta, and then season 3 might be all of Alabasta, which makes sense because that is a long arc, and Alabasta is like one of the most like beloved arcs in the pre-time skip, so you don't want to mess that up. But it looks like they're going from covering everything from Logtown to Drum Hill Island. Is that what it's called? Where Chopper's
Drum
from?
Island. Drum Island.
Drum Island.
And honestly, I do
Island.
think that it makes sense because actually the whole Alabasta arc had already been well alluded to, and specifically in the live action part because of the what was it? There was the fight with Zoro, and what was it, number 7? I can't remember which name of the guy was.
Mr. 8. Yeah, which number was that guy? I don't know, but he killed him.
I think it was 7, but yeah.
Zoro. Right when they introduced him, yeah. He like cuts his head off.
Because when they reach what is that called? Wind Hill Peak? Is that what?
That marine
Whiskey
base
Peaks.
with Captain Morgan.
Misty Peak?
No,
Are you talking about season
Whiskey
2?
Peak. Whiskey Peak.
Yeah, Whiskey Peak.
Whiskey Peak. There was a line in the anime where Zoro says, "Oh yeah, I think one of you tried to recruit me.
Yeah.
I killed him."
Yeah.
So,
And we saw that.
of course, that's going to come about in season 2. I am wondering though, because they're ending it off on Chopper's Island, how they going to because if you're doing a TV show, right? You always got to have like, a big bad at the end. And I don't think they're just going to have Crocodile be at the end. Although they might do that.
I think they're going to tease
because in the last
Ace
season
at the end.
they think they might
And maybe
tease
Crocodile and Nico Robin. Yeah. Like, you know how they teased Smoker, but they didn't really get an actor yet? I feel like they did cast Nico Robin and Crocodile. They're just not going to show it until this season.
Well, I think they are going to show Nico Robin because she does meet the crew after they leave Whiskey Peak. And she's like, "Oh, so you're the captain.
Oh, yeah,
I've
that's
heard
right.
so much
that's
about you, Monkey D. Luffy.
Yeah.
Hey, sexy lady."
But they probably won't show... They probably won't show... They'll probably show, like, Crocodile's back or something, or maybe... something.
I think we're going to see Crocodile get a glimpse of him before we reach Alabasta.
Sanji talks to him during
Sanji talks to him on when they're on Little Garden.
Yeah.
So I think that I honestly, the way they handled the last arc with giving Arlong more screen presence and kind of hyping him up as the big bad, I think they're going to do the same thing with Crocodile, which only makes sense because he was a constant threat and was trying to kill Vivi.
And they're gonna build up Baroque works.
I can see it where Luffy might have a fight with Crocodile on one of those islands leading. It could be on
that could
Drum
be
Island.
Yeah, because Arlong did fight Luffy at Baratier, which he didn't in the anime, and they did retcon a couple things, which was fine, because then we got to see Mihawk kill that whole Don Krieg crew, which was pretty cool. So they might retcon something a little bit. You know, they're not making it exactly word for word, panel to scene. You know, they switch up a few things, but Oda make sure he's cool with it, or he's gonna be like, no, I don't want that. So,
I'm hoping they kill off side supporting characters that don't need to be in that arc. Heesh, you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about.
Yes, I do. Yes, I do. For anyone who hasn't seen it already, go ahead and check out Champ's review of the first half of One Piece, which is like the first 500 episodes of One Piece in the anime. Like, definitely, it's a very well edited video, if I do say so myself, and also really well, I think. First way, like, you can, it's like an overall generalization of the whole 5 episodes. It doesn't take too long, but it's a good, I think, you know, like how many minutes was it? 14-minute video. Really good. Definitely recommend it.
Skip. Yeah, it's the entire pre-time skip. Yeah,
exactly. Yeah.
Definitely check it out. But like as I said before, like,
you know,
when it comes to the, go ahead.
Did you hear, like, McKenna was live, like, probably a week ago, and he confirmed that Chopper looks cute. So,
yeah, because I heard they weren't gonna do CGI, so I'm wondering if they're doing like puppetry or are they doing like I don't know how they're gonna pull off Chopper, but yes, we do want him to be cute and fluffy.
Yeah, and he did confirm it, so we'll have to wait and see about that.
I did hear something about there was a like stunt double or stunt coordinator that had to have prosthetics or something like that, and I think that's for when he goes in his like human buff form.
Yeah,
so they might do something like that.
I don't see a case for Chopper in his regular form, though. I really don't see a case where they wouldn't use CGI. The only thing I could see them possibly doing is like making an animatronic, like they did with the Yoda race character.
Yeah.
The Mandalorian. Almost said Boba Fett. Yeah, the puppet.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I could see something like that, but you would still need to enhance it with a little bit of CGI, to be honest.
100%.
To be honest, it would just make more sense to kind of go like, you know, like if you guys seen the what was it, Detective Pikachu movie, how Pikachu was handled in that movie.
Yeah,
I would assume be something like that, you know.
Even
that or Sonic. Yeah,
that or Sonic, the good Sonic, not the
ugly Sonic.
Not the ugly Sonic. Which, by the way, talking about Sonic real quick, getting off track. You guys seen Sonic 3 trailer?
Bro, of course I have. I still haven't seen Sonic 2 though. That's the sad thing. I need to get on that.
Aren't you like an obsessive Sonic fan?
No.
No, that's Sean. The other Sean.
The other
he
Sean.
Loves Sonic. Yeah, I know he loves Sonic. I see it on his Instagram post.
I mean, I do like Sonic, but I'm not like dedicated to it. I'm a casual.
Yeah. I mean, they're fun movies. The second one was good though. It was good. If you like the first one, you like the second one.
There's just this one scene I didn't like in the second one that dragged on too long. If you ever watch Sonic 2, you'll know what I'm talking about.
Okay.
It goes on for 10 minutes, and I'm like, why is this in the movie? It's so out of the blue. But speaking about the all blue,
how do you think?
But speaking about the all blue,
Laboon's gonna look?
Yeah, what was that?
Laboon. Of course, it's gonna be
Laboon!
CGI.
Laboon!
Well,
okay. I have a feeling we're gonna get an early look of possibly maybe we're gonna get like maybe a back head shot or something like that. Oh, that sounded weird. When I said that.
A what?
I apologize. Yeah. I think we might get a glimpse of Brooke, to be honest, in the flashback when they because if you look at the what was it, the video or teaser of like them going into production, there was like a little shot you can see of Brooke's ship I don't remember what the
might.
pirate crew was named. But
Yeah, I
there was
forgot
that
their
like
name
that
too, but
skeleton
yeah.
with the horns or whatever.
Mhm.
Yep.
Yeah, so I feel like we might get a little bit like a sneak peek of Brooke. I have a feeling.
Yeah, because
I
we
have a
do
feeling.
hear the backstory, but I don't know if Oda thought of Brooke when he was writing the story then. So,
But he
but
might
now,
implement it now just
yeah,
to
now they
further
could
tie
do it.
things in.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but we'll get Logtown first, so we're gonna get Smoker, Tashigi, Dragon. We're gonna see Dragon. Uh,
Luffy's old man.
yeah, Buggy's gonna return. Like a lot of big stuff happens in Logtown, even though it's a really short arc. I feel like it'll probably be like an episode,
That's an
maybe
arc
an
that's
episode
just
and a
in
half.
general prevalent to like literally the rest of One Piece from that point forward.
Yeah, and Alvida, you seen the actress lost a ton of weight.
She did. She did
She
lose a lot of
did.
weight.
Yeah, that's I I kind of thought she was gonna do that, and when I saw her, I'm like, oh shit, she lost a lot of weight to become how Alvida looks after she eats her devil fruit. Uh, but yeah, supposedly people are saying Bartolomeo might be in it. Champ, you haven't gotten up to him yet, but I don't know if he will.
Yeah. Sorry,
You'll get
I
up
was
to him
looking at
soon.
the official One Piece staff.
You know who that is,
Post
Heath,
that they
right?
had.
The guy with the green mohawk, Dressrosa. He has like an
Wow.
obsession.
That guy. Yeah, that dude.
Yeah, because he was there when that happened to Luffy.
I don't want to. Yeah, but I don't want to talk too much about it because I might
That's
spoil
why I'm
Champ.
not mentioning shit. So people are thinking he
So,
might
okay.
pop up.
Bro,
Go
Champ,
ahead,
that
Champ.
light behind you is like a frick. It's got that cinematic lens flare. My goodness.
Yeah, it's
It's like
really
a
dark in my
halo.
room, so I just wanted to light it up a little bit.
Mhm.
But so season 2 is covering Logtown, Reverse Mountain, Whiskey Peak, Little Garden,
Lord.
and Drum Island. So that's
Yeah.
five islands. And how many episodes was this again? It was like 8
Could be
episodes.
8.
Yeah. Something like that.
So
I really hope we get more like content of them just sailing the sea because they're pirates. I want to see more of that.
Yeah,
Like,
I
we
liked
didn't get
when
very
they were
much of it.
sailing. Yeah, like in the
I
first
think
season.
I think we'll definitely get that, especially since when they go to Twin Cape, the Reverse Mountain. After that, there's
Yeah.
like a little bit of time where they just kind of like try to get used to being on the Grand Line because, as you know,
Oh, after
you first-
Whiskey Peak.
no, before Whiskey Peak. Well,
Oh, so going up Reverse Mountain.
no,
Yeah.
before Whiskey Peak
And then they
because
hit
no,
Laboon.
because after that you find out about how the Grand Line is not like the rest of the other like East Blue or North Blue because
Yeah.
it's like the gravitational pulls of the islands were different.
That should be
Weather's
right
just
after
all random.
Logtown. Yeah. That'd be
Yeah.
after Logtown. So, yeah, it should open up.
So there's gonna be I'm assuming there's gonna be a little bit of time where the crew are gonna be learning their way how to navigate because they also need the log post compass. They're gonna introduce that in this. That's when they first introduced the log
I guess
post.
Nami gets that in Logtown. I forgot. I can't wait to see Zoro get his new swords. Have him meet Tashigi.
Oh yeah, him do the let's see which one's stronger.
Yeah. You know we're not gonna get the filler stuff in it. Like when
Yeah.
Sanji had that get contest with that lady that hated him, and then he won that crazy fish.
Mhm.
Look,
I almost feel like what's going to happen is like the first like maybe how long were these episodes last
They're,
season?
like,
Were they like
close to an
45
hour.
to an hour?
yeah.
Yeah,
I
something
feel like
that.
the first
First
I feel
episode
definitely
should
the
be an
first
hour.
episode is going to be Logtown, and then the second
Yeah.
episode we're going to go to
Reverse Mountain.
Reverse Mountain. Yeah,
Meet Laboon, and then it'll probably transition into Whiskey Peak.
Whiskey Peak. I feel like it's going to be 2 episodes to be honest, because you have the battle with the bounty hunters with Zoro,
Yeah.
and then you have the introduction of Vivi, and then them fleeing and then that's the whole when like the explanation of I'm actually a princess and this
Yeah.
warlord's trying to destabilize my country.
Bro, I actually was thinking about this. Now, I want to go on a bit of a tangent here. So a lot of people were really upset over the fact that the person that has been casted for Vivi is an Arabian actress. Here's my whole thing with it: is that Alabasta is a very Arabian-inspired island. You can see that in the camels, their culture, their clothes. It's
like
all
Egypt.
Yeah, it's not just Egypt.
Yeah.
Also, aspects of Saudi Arabia is involved in there too. So it makes perfect sense. What doesn't it make perfect sense to cast an Arabian ethnical person for that type of role? I don't
As long as
understand.
she got the blue hair, I don't care.
Yeah,
what
they'll just
race
dye
it
her
is.
hair blue and they'll be like, "Oh, it looks exactly like Vivi." Like, what's the problem, man?
And
I don't get it. What? It just
And
seems
she's
so
got to have
silly.
the duck. She's got to have the duck. For
Yeah, we'll
duck's
see how
sake,
they do
have
that.
the duck.
For duck's
I mean,
sake.
for duck's sake.
I'm trying to
I
censor
mean,
myself.
they're doing Chopper. They're doing Chopper, Laboon, the Giants. They gotta have oh shit, what's his name? Damn it, Vivi and I can't think of the duck's name. But yeah, that duck should be in it. But I'm wondering if that whole little gang of them will be in season 3 in Alabasta. And they're all riding them to the final battles.
Oh, all the ducks, dude. You
Yeah.
know that's gonna be peak in season 3 when you see them going up the entrance.
The duck's name is Karu.
Karu,
That's
yeah.
it. There we go. Yeah. So, because that duck also
Dude,
has
that
a big
poor duck
part
got
in
beaten
Little
up so
Garden.
much in that arc. I feel bad for that duck.
Yeah.
Yeah, he has a big part in Little Garden too, because that's when they fight Mr. 3 and Mr. 5, the guy who
Mr.
flicks
Nose
explosive.
Picker.
Yeah, explosive boogers, and then Miss.
Do you guys think that now they said that we're gonna be that they're just covering Drum Island, but you think we might get to the point where they might show off Bon Clay when they're like on the way to Alabasta?
Yeah, I
when
can
they
totally
first meet
see
him.
that because that will be like the season finale leading to them recruiting Chopper. I can totally see that
Yeah.
being like him being
They
like the final
might.
villain of the season. As a matter
I
of
don't know,
fact,
they
dude, now
might.
thinking about it, he might be one of the. They might actually exaggerate his presence a little bit more to make him seem like more of a threat because he's going to be the season finale villain. Like what they did with, but like Arlong was like a big villain, but I can definitely see them like really making out because the thing that really made us hate Bon Clay wasn't his stupid annoying personality. It was the effect that you saw him have on the environment. How he basically took all of the doctors for himself, making it to where a lot of the people suffer because they're dealing with sicknesses that cannot
Oh,
get
you're
cured.
thinking of Wapple.
Oh, I'm
Yeah,
thinking
you're
of
thinking of
Wapple.
Wapple.
I'm thinking of
I'm
Wapple.
talking
is the
about
one who
Bon
has,
Clay.
like the swans, and he's like a ballerina.
That guy. Okay.
I'm saying, you
He's the one
think
who
they're
helps
gonna?
Luffy and Impel Down becomes a real good friend of him.
Sorry. Yeah.
What I was
Yeah,
asking
yeah.
is, do you think they might show a sneak peek of him at the end when they
I don't
leave
know if
Drum
they
Island?
will. I don't know
okay.
if they will. I think they're gonna save Mr. 1, 2. I think we'll only get to see 3, which they announced him already. I don't think we're gonna see like those guys, like the final battle bosses that we're gonna see in Alabasta. We might get a glimpse of them. Like
The
we
thing
might
about
get the
Wapol
table
is
meeting.
that he's a weirdly placed villain. Like
Yeah,
we already
yeah.
have
Even
the threat of Crocodile and the
Rogue Works.
Baroque works.
the Baroque. Yeah,
Yeah.
we got the mercenaries, and then you just have Wapol
But-
that just out of nowhere. I wonder if they're going to just entirely cut him out because he's kind of more of
No.
just a comedic
They-
villain.
He's cast.
Oh, he is cast.
Yeah.
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 Oh,
I feel like that's
so I
gonna
wonder.
be the main
So I
villain.
wonder if they're going to tie him with Crocodile then, if he's going to
Nah,
be
I
like
don't think
working
they
with
will.
him or something.
Because I think Drum Island, they're gonna do like what they did with Arlong Park and make it.
Because it's kind of
2
just weird to have
episodes.
him as the final villain for this
I mean,
season.
No,
It's-
the reason the reason why specifically what Wapple the reason for Wapple being the way that he was is he was kind of a prototype of Crocodile. Think about it. Think about the effect he has on the environment. Think about like he's a more comedic version of that because of how he runs the kingdom, because of how
guess.
he treats his people.
Yeah.
A lot of dictators really do this type of thing where they really screw with their citizens and such. So I do think that
Or I just thought of something. What if the Smoker will show up at Drum Island?
Instead of
I'm
Nah,
instead
he'd
of
have to show up.
Alabasta.
He'd have to show up at Alabasta to fight Ace.
I do think it makes
But
sense to have
what
Smoker
if they
like be more.
but Ace was on Drum Island before
Yeah,
Luffy.
that's
What
what I'm
if-
saying.
So what
We're
if they
gonna see
introduce
Ace.
Ace there?
What if Garp actually hires Smoker and he's actually alongside Smoker's team, trying to get Luffy? Because
Yeah,
they
they-
did change about how they had Garp, involved in the story to make Kobe more prevalent.
That
If
could
they
be a
kind of
possibility.
mix the teams, that could work.
They could do that. I mean, because after finishing the pre-time skip and seeing how they just took the end of Ennie's lobby, that little thing with
Yeah.
Garp and Luffy, and just kind of just went, put that in East Blue.
After
I can
Syrup
see that,
Village.
but I think, to be honest, we might be done with Garp unless they just show him in the first episode with
We might-
Logtown.
I
Because that's
think
the only time I can really think of.
I think we might just see side stories of him with Helmeppo and Kobe
Bro.
them training.
Imagine if we
Like
end
an
up
anime.
seeing Garp fighting Dragon or something on Logtown.
That'd be crazy, but I don't think we get that lucky.
I would love to see that.
Yeah.
That could actually work. That could work. I
Yeah,
can see
but-
that happening.
Oh, wow. Father and son, yeah. I don't think they would
Yeah.
do something that big, though. And show off Dragon that. Because we haven't even seen Dragon fight.
No,
in
but the
anime.
reason why this would work is because it gives us more of a reason, I think, to really take Dragon seriously. I think that for live action,
Yeah.
like some aspects of live action need to be implemented to where it causes the same effect of how we interpret characters in the anime.
But at
A lot
end
of the way
season,
that animation works is you have to have like characters depicted with certain artworks and effects that are continuity to make them feel intimidating
Yeah.
and such. And so if
But-
we kind of have this, go ahead.
Garp accepted that Luffy wants to be a pirate and it's a new generation at the end of season 1. Because he was beating the shit out of him, and then he just realized, like, all right, you know what, go do what you want to do, and he just accepted it. I mean, I don't know if he's gonna keep hunting him. I think that role is gonna be filled with Smoker now. And I think we're
Yeah,
going to
you're
see
right. Yeah, you're
Smoker
right.
continuing following Luffy instead of Garp. I feel like if we see Garp, it'll be him training like Helmeppo and Kobe. But
Yeah.
they haven't even said that those actors are returning or anything, so we don't even know.
We might take a break from them because, to be honest, they did take their training from
Yeah.
from the other arc and put everything in the East Blue. So
But they didn't
I think
really train yet. Because remember, they said they wanted to train real hard and start their real training at the end of episode 8.
Yeah, they were just kind of cadets. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. So they didn't
You-
really get into
We
that
haven't
phase
seen him
yet.
actually train them yet, where they
Yeah.
get that glow up.
So that'll probably be a side story. I don't know if they'll do it this season. Maybe they'll do it during Alabasta. We gotta wait and see. There's so much more now. I mean, this season.
I mean, it's just one of those things as if they might cut it out because you got to have a plot, B plot and A plot. Last
Yeah.
season, Garp was the B plot, while Luffy recruiting in the East Blue was the plot A, and you have to have those plots come and
so that'll
come
be
together
Smoker
at
and
the finale.
Tashigi this season.
But I don't see. Yeah, so what you said is Smoker's going to be the B plot. That's what he is in the actual anime
And
and the manga.
he's
the
still
B
gonna
plot
be
and
in
he's the B
Alabasta.
villain.
So they might hold Garp and Kobe and them off maybe till season 4 when we head over to Skypiea and that stuff. I wonder.
Let me
Skype
ask you
or
guys
Water
something.
7?
Hold on. If we're thinking about something, we're the first way that the first season of One Piece was ultimately sort of a test to see if One Piece would even work in live action. With this being in mind, I imagine that they would specifically be continuing the story with more of the intention of a long-term basis of storytelling. So as a result of this, these seasons could really rack up to be not just like an adaptation of One Piece, but also to be one of those things that kind of help allude to things way before, like maybe even in the I don't know, what's the arc that you're on right now, champ? Like they could
Hazard.
yeah,
Sure.
Punk Hazard, or show off characters like the emperors or something. They could really go to a crazy length here to really foreshadow many other different events.
Like they could talk more about Whitebeard or something like that when he was
Yeah,
Because
absolutely.
Ace does.
I could see that.
Yeah.
I could see that maybe because that's what I was saying. Like maybe they could have it where instead of Ace meets up with Luffy and Alabasta, you have a meet up on Drum Island, spend a little bit of time with those two brothers. Because let's be honest, Ace's time with Luffy was
hold on a
short
second.
in
Actually, hold on.
Alabasta.
We're forgetting something. When what's his name? The actor for Sanji, he was in like this desert area. I could have sworn that they were filming aspects of Alabasta in there.
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
So there's already a very high chance here. As a matter of fact, bro, the reason Inaki did not show up at MegaCon was because he went to Saudi Arabia.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing. They could have been either like doing promotional stuff, or they were scouting locations, or that was just him on vacation. But what I have been seeing that like
you wouldn't skip going to MegaCon as a vacation thing. Like he's already agreed.
You could. Maybe a vacation was just like, oh.
No, I really think that they were spending that he left because he had to
maybe
finish
not
the
on
suit.
vacation, but just what I'm seeing by Netflix, this is that is what Netflix confirmed,
and that's when he took
they are
pictures
just going
of
up
that
to Drum
crocodile.
Island. However, like I said before, they could be shooting season 2 and 3 back to back.
Yeah,
so they probably have some scenes of Alabasta already recorded. So, because I remember seeing that, I don't know if this was real or not, but there was concept art of Zoro in his like Alabasta.
that was fan made. Yeah, that was fan.
That was fan made.
Yeah.
Damn it!
It did look good. Yeah, but no,
it could be though that Netflix is waiting to see how season 2 is. Maybe they do have some footage for season 3, but maybe they haven't shot all of season 3 yet, because that would have been, that would have been blowing up the internet right now if someone got a shot of like Crocodile or like he's been cast, which we haven't even heard any casting about Crocodile yet.
Same with Nico Robin, and we haven't seen what Chopper looks like. But remember the part where Ace was eating in that bar in Alabasta, and Luffy was too, and they both didn't realize it, and Smoker was found Luffy and chasing after him, and he went to hit.
I thought you were gonna start talking about where the people thought that he ate a desert strawberry and he just fell asleep at the table.
No. And he Smoker threw a move at him, and he hit Ace by accident and woke him up, and then Luffy and Ace both start running and realize they're both like there, and they're like, oh shit, they could do that on Drum Island. And then we could have a battle with like Luffy and Ace maybe fighting Smoker or something. Instead of Wobble being like the big main villain, maybe it'll be a Marine this time. There's a lot of different ways they can go. Because that's right in the beginning of Alabasta. Because Luffy and Ace pretty much meet up right when they practically get there. So that could happen in Drum Island.
I can easily see a lot of the villains though from these arcs being cut out, just like with what's his name? What was that guy that we saw Hawkeye Mihawk like take out that was supposed to be the villain from the Baratie?
He killed them all. Yeah. He murked them. They got murked.
Yeah,
I mean, he was the weakest villain in the East Romance Storm arc, so that makes
so ultimately, what this tells us is that any of the villains which does not add to like the overall like plot, and they're just like they're probably gonna end up being cut out. They need to be like actual important characters for them to be in there. And if anything, they'll just be like a character that you see like maybe in a flashback, like with Hawkeye Mihawk, something like that as a nod.
I do feel like Wapol is gonna he's not gonna be cut out, but I feel like he is gonna be, his screen time's gonna be cut a little bit.
Maybe, but the thing is, and here's, I don't know if this is
maybe Mr. 3 will come back from Little Garden and Drum Island, because he was a pretty big threat. I don't
want to spoil anything because like
ooh, they could do
I'm just
something
saying is that I will say this: some of the characters from these arcs that we're going to be talking about may seem irrelevant right now, but they actually end up returning in the post time skip stuff. Maybe not like for like a crazy role, but for like a cameo, because from what I understand, Oda is building them up for another arc that I don't even know if has been told yet because I'm not caught up on One Piece.
I will say I think 3 definitely is going to be built up more as a threat because of his later importance and Impel Down
and he's
later
lobby and shit. Yeah.
I do feel like
I mean, he's the one who helps make the key to unlock, get Ace out.
I do think he is going to be a reoccurring villain for this arc.
He could be, yeah.
The next one is going to be Bon Clay and then Crocodile.
To me, he was the biggest threat during these arcs that we're getting in season 2. Like, Wapol was kind of a threat, but he was a big goof, and Luffy was really able to beat him pretty easily. Maybe it's hard to say what they're gonna do because I forgot how Luffy beat Mr. 3. I think he just punched him or something, or bazooka, or
I remember him doing. I think he did bazooka.
Wapple's a necessary because Wapol is a necessarily villain to have just because he's the main. Island. Yeah, no, they like. I mean, I don't. Yeah, I can. Drum Island did get, I think, exaggerated. A lot of the scenes can absolutely get cut, but I can definitely, but like, I can see the whole thing being shortened because again, you need to have that to make it to where Chopper being part of the being recruited is part of the reward, for the crew getting new members. That's been the case for every single Straw Hat.
Wapol also had those 2 other dudes too, and I remember they combined and became like an idiot. But they were that's who Chopper fought.
God, I forgot about that. Holy crap.
Yeah, Chopper fought.
I don't even remember that.
Dude, I'm gonna bust in tears if they do, because I can imagine the cherry blossom tree and Chopper is just crying. Can we get much higher?
And then when they're all going down that thing.
Oh, if they recreate the Chopper crying meme. Yeah.
Doc Daddy.
Then when they're all like going down, it looked like Santa on his sleigh. With Chopper on it. Remember
God. That? Just in time for Christmas.
Oh my God, it really is just in time for Christmas.
Yeah, so Ace, I think we'll see Ace for sure.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. I definitely think we're gonna get introduced to characters very earlier than how it went down in the anime.
Yeah, I wonder if we'll even see
because you're
Shanks
doing
and
8
Mihawk.
episodes live action. You have to take like, I don't know how many episodes Alabasta is, but it's like over like 100. So you have to take all those episodes, all those story elements, and find a way to.
I think Alabasta is like 50
the
something
filler.
Episodes. Just Alabasta itself, that's like 50 or 60 episodes or something. But that might be the entirety of season 3. But then I was also thinking when he fought Bellamy, that could be the end of season 3 because that's such a short arc, and then it starts off Skypiea if they're gonna do Skypiea. Because think of how the pacing is, how many seasons it's gonna be, and how old the actors of the Strats are gonna get over every year. Some of them might start looking different.
Which makes me wonder what arc are they actually going to leave on? Because I know they just can't go all the way up to Wano.
You might think think that Skypiea can be skipped. No, Skypiea is actually important for later stuff.
I think.
Are you talking about the hockey?
No, not just that.
Well, not just that. But there's more lore that I know. Well,
do you want me to say? I don't want to spoil you. I don't want to spoil you, Champ. Do you want me to just But I do want to.
Well, no. I was just gonna say not only the hockey, but there was also the technology that Usopp uses to make Nami's new staff.
And
but none of these are important. Yes, these are, but that's not even all that I was actually thinking about.
But let me keep going. Not only does Skypiea have that, but you also have the introduction of Blackbeard, and there's that rivalry that Luffy has with him. I know there's
that arc they could do with Bellamy and meeting Blackbeard.
There's another one of the what do you call those stones with the
poneglyphs?
Scribbles.
The poneglyphs.
Yes. Yeah. That's a big essential part. I know there's probably more that stuff they call back into Skypiea later on in post time that
What's
I haven't.
What's after Skypiea? Water 7, right? Because
they're
going to skip
there is more. Listen, are you okay with me?
Shit.
Are you okay with? I'm not gonna say how, but I will say the introduction of but I will say one thing that will be relevant later. Are you okay with me saying that, champ?
No, let me find it out on my own.
Just
Okay.
take your headphones off.
No, because he's gonna, bro. We want him to actually be able to watch this episode later. Come on now. Okay. Sean, I'll tell you in DMs, just so that you know what I'm talking about.
Because if they do Skype here, they could definitely skip the Foxy shit, because that was a filler arc. So right after
Actually, that's canon to the manga.
Is it?
Yeah, that's manga content. That's like, so what I've heard is that Oda wanted that before he got into the deep stuff, which was Water 7. He wanted to have like a little fun.
Oh. Yeah.
But it does, but that arc does suck. I'm not gonna lie. I skipped through that. Like I skipped around through that. I didn't skip it entirely. Yeah, it was a comedy arc.
Sean,
It
Yeah,
was,
I know what
funny,
you're talking
but,
about,
like,
Heish.
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah. Yeah.
But oh god, what was I do hope they cut this out from Logtown. I mean, not Logtown. From Whiskey Peak, is the weird, miscommunicated fight between Luffy and Zoro.
No, I want to see that. That
That just
so
felt
funny.
so weird when I was watching
It's
it.
so funny because Luffy's so
Luffy
dumb.
just-
Luffy's
know, but
drunk.
it's-
Zoro's drunk. They're
Luffy
both
wasn't
thinking of each
drunk.
other.
He
I don't
was
remember.
knocked out.
Well, no, Zoro was drunk. He
Yeah,
was fully
He was
awake and
protecting
sober.
everyone. Yeah, he was like trying to
He
protect
knew something
everyone,
was
'cause
up,
they
and he's
were all
like, "No,
knocked out
I
besides him and
stayed
Nami.
sober because I felt something was going on."
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
him
that
and Nami.
admittedly does. Yeah, I don't see that
Because it's
working in
weird
live
for
action.
Luffy, who put so much of his like life and like trusts Zoro after the whole adventure in season 1 in Alabasta. Not Alabasta, East Blue, and he's just like, "Oh, you're a murderer. I'm gonna take you down for murdering these people." It's like you don't.
No,
even have the
he was
full
like,
story,
"How
bro."
dare you do this to these people when they give us food and drinks?"
The whole
This
reason
gets-
that fight was started because Luffy was thinking about his food, which
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest, Luffy's a little bit less selfish in Netflix version because
Yeah.
do you guys remember that scene after they helped out that what was it, Orange Town? The one that
Nami's from?
no, was it Orange Town?
Oh,
The one
Buggy,
town that
Buggy, yeah, he
Bucky,
told them keep their
but-
food because they
that
didn't
one,
have
yeah.
any. Yeah.
Luffy in the anime will most likely take all that food with him. But
Nah.
in the
No,
Are you sure about that?
I can listen. I can see him wanting food, but when you have the food next to like a group of starving people, I don't see I can see him taking a little bit, not all of it.
I mean, he did take a little bit in the Netflix show, but
Well, there
I
you
feel
go.
like Luffy would have taken a little bit more.
Mhm. Yeah, so you're
But
right.
I think he put it back.
Yeah,
He
but,
took a bite
to
of it and then
be
put it
fair
back.
though, the way that Luffy is depicted to eat in live action is nowhere near as exaggerated as it is in 2D, which they can get away with because
They
it's
did
2D.
give him a fat belly when he drank all that poison.
That which arc is that in live action? You're talking about live
Whiskey
action, or
Peak.
the anime.
Yeah, that was live action. When they did Usopp,
Oh, he ate
Shiro
all the
Village,
soup. Yeah.
That's
Yeah, the soup.
right.
And he was
Okay.
puking.
which I didn't. Is that I don't know if that's a retcon because I thought Luffy doesn't become
No,
involved
that
with the
never
poison
happened.
until after.
Yeah, none of that. Like they really switched up a lot with Syrup Village. With
I mean, it could
uh,
add to
yeah.
it. It could add to like if anything, like thinking about it, that could also add into how he was even able to survive in
And
that
fell
arc.
down with
Yeah,
like
yeah,
how he
yeah.
was like.
Yeah.
Well, I guess it's his body can only take only so much. I guess,
Mhm.
so I
Yeah.
guess that makes sense. Because it wasn't like it wasn't like a lethal dose like that one. I almost said Stan user, like that one Devil Fruit user. I forget what his name is, the Warden. But yeah.
Oh,
I
Magellan.
guess if it depends, because he is a rubber person, so I feel
Magellan.
like things would have less. effect on him. Magellan.
Yeah, the ward.
Always look like
and then
jelly.
fell down. Yeah.
We're at 39 minutes.
So yeah, we'll see Nico Robin right after Whiskey Peak too, which would be pretty cool.
God, please.
Cause she was supposed to go to assassinate Vivi, and it was the dude with the curly hair with the cannons in him. Wonder how they'll do his hair.
I'll say this, man. I actually like the design more of Nico Robin pre-time skip rather than post-time skip. She just looks more unique in that regard.
I agree. I freaking agree. She looks a little bit too much
You like
Boa
her
Hancock.
cowgirl.
Yeah, that's what that's what I've always said.
She looks a little bit too like Boa Hancock.
Yeah.
She really does. Like her,
But she
like
does
I
have
always
a
felt like
different
her
nose
having that
compared to other
tan was a
characters.
part of the character. I understand why she doesn't have the tan anymore.
Nah, it
Because
was the bangs that did it for
They
me.
did
I'm
it with
just saying.
Usopp too. Like he was darker than time skip. He got lighter skin. So did Nico Robin. Me and my friend were just talking about that.
And Zoro, but I think that's because
Yeah. It's
I
just he
think that's
switched
because
up the art.
Toei. I think Toei messed up on the color palettes. I think that's why.
Yeah, who knows?
Because I don't think the manga was out in color yet, so I think that's the main issue.
that could be it. Yeah, they made her more accurate to manga.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
No, so
I wonder
Little
how
Dark-
Wit Studio is gonna depict Robin. They might have it be accurate from the very get-go.
Well, as
Oh,
of
for
right
the
now,
remake?
Yeah, for the
as
remake.
right now, we're
Dude,
just
the
getting the East
remake
Blue.
is gonna hit, dude.
Yeah.
Did you see the pictures for the remake, like the characters and the art and such that they're gonna go with?
I
You'll look the
saw.
photo.
I also saw that like images of how bloody this stuff is gonna like. It's gonna
Like the
fall,
manga.
Like Sanji was holding that one
Send-
guy that was making.
Send me those pictures.
Pink hair dude.
Keep
I
talking,
can
but send me those
find 'em.
pictures. Okay.
If I can find.
Oh,
them.
you didn't see that, Heesh?
No, not the blood stuff. I don't.
They
I
should
don't
be in
think
our
so.
They should be in our messages because I sent them, I believe, when they first came out. But remember?
Yeah, I don't remember if it was on.
Remember in
Instagram
the
or
anime?
Discord.
Remember in the anime when Sanji was trapped on the island with Zeph, and Zeph lost his leg by the anchor, so they cut out him eating his own leg, but they put that in the live action. The live action is true to the manga. I guess you guys
Yeah.
aren't. Yeah. Like
No,
he
no.
really did.
I was trying to look. I was trying to look for the thing.
He
But yeah,
really
no.
did cut
That's
off his leg and eat it. He didn't
That's-
wrap an anchor around it and rip it off to save Sanji. So
yeah. I
that'll
think
happen.
I think they did that in the anime because of censorship. You know, they didn't want to.
yeah. But now
fucking,
with Studio, yeah,
With Studio, we're gonna get the actual retelling, which people
and there
are
probably
gonna be.
won't be as much. There probably won't be any filler. They said they're strictly going off the manga. So
What I love is that it's gonna definitely, because I did read the first volume of One Piece. I actually have all 3 volumes, the first 3 volumes. But
I
I
got the
love
first
how
2.
in the first volume, it just goes straight into Luffy stabbing himself into the eye, showing up his childhood, showing the whole, how he got the hat and his relationship with Shanks. But one scene that I've always wanted to see, and I was actually pissed off because I thought I was never going to see this in the anime until I got to the ASL arc after Marineford, where they show Luffy punching that like sea beast for biting off Shanks' arm. And I'm like, where the hell is that? I only see it in the opening. Well, I'm glad that we actually got that, but I like that we're going to actually get it canonical order with this remake.
yeah.
I think the only time you can see that is in the One Piece fan made.
Yeah, no, they take the they take the flashback episode that they basically made as a form of filler, and put it towards the beginning. Yeah, to be more accurate to the manga.
Were you saying like when he
Just be-
first sets out
be
for
a-
sale?
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
but totally just be accurate to the manga. I don't know why they got switched things up. That was weird.
Yeah. Well, now
Yeah.
with Studio will be.
Alrighty. Anyways, I think we should go ahead and wrap things up right here. It's a good time to do it. Any final thoughts before we close out?
Yeah, I can't wait for season 2. It's gonna be good.
Man, we're getting so much One Piece content.
What was
Yeah,
that, Sean?
It
I'll tell you right here, that One Piece, that looking good. And that
Bro, it's talking like live action Gambit, bro.
What's
You
that?
know how long I've been waiting for
you know
this.
how long I've been waiting for this. Ooh, Luffy about to make a name for himself here.
Yeah, so yeah, I
But
love the first season. Most people did. There are people who don't like it, which is fine. It's not like their cup of tea, but season
As I
2,
said in my video analysis of the East Blue arc, which check again, a selfish plug right here. What I love about the live action, not and the anime, is that it feels it's a magical journey, right? It feels like something that Disney, like, it feels like Disney's Pirates of the Caribbean, right? But even on like shot up to 100, you know, it's awesome. Just it's just great. Just go watch it. Go watch it, damn it.
We don't really have movies and shows like that too, which is to me. I always looked at it like dope pirates with like superpowers. Like when I first started watching it, yeah, and then as you go along, there's more and more and more and more and more to it. So there's so much to this world, and it's just beginning with the live action.
It's a little
What the
bit.
fuck
It's
was
a
that?
little bit of everything, and it's not just for kids. You know, it's just for everyone. You know, that's
Yeah.
what I love about this.
For everyone. Everyone.
Alrighty. Well, anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. Let us know what you guys are excited for in the season 2 of One Piece down in the comment section down below. Let us know all your theories, your feedback, whichever. We'd love to interact with you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. As always, this has been Starblast Studios, Daredevil 19, and Champ Animations. We'll see you guys in the comment section. Till then.
Till then.